With all the disheartening news we hear and report daily, I thought I'd bring you a good news story. The guitar of Sean Feucht, the Let Us Worship leader, was stolen recently out of his vehicle in Spokane, Washington. He wrote on Instagram that the 1967 Gallagher guitar was special to him, a gift from Ray Hughes and irreplaceable. Feucht asked people to pray for justice and to be on the lookout for his stolen guitar. His wife Kate started to fast and pray, and the guitar was found the next day in what Feucht described as a Sunday miracle. He explained that his associate, Dean, was doing street ministry in Spokane when he ran into the man who stole the guitar. He said the man, Zach, was wrecked by God's love. Zach confessed to breaking into the car and stealing the guitar. Here Zach is with Dean, repenting and asking for forgiveness. Feucht noted, quote, "Only God can write a story like this." But the bigger story is how God is using the California singer, songwriter, evangelist to change lives. Feucht's Let Us Worship movement began 3 years ago on San Francisco's Golden Gate Bridge. That initial rally came during the worst of the pandemic, when churches in California were ordered closed.
The governor of California came out with a new set of restrictions. One of those restrictions was you can no longer sing in church anymore.
Period. Full stop.
And I remember when he said that, and I heard that, I was like, okay, it's on.
Suicide rates are exploding. Drug and alcohol use is ravaging America. Rioting and destruction and unrest. And there's no church to bring the hope.
We held hands together and we made this declaration on the bridge.
A Jesus People movement is
Coming to America again.
Feucht felt God telling him to take worship outdoors at a time when the gospel was needed the most. Although 1 million Americans died either from or with COVID-19, the good news is the pandemic sparked revival in this nation. Many people believe this third awakening began at Asbury College, but I believe it started right where it began over 50 years ago, in San Francisco during the Jesus Revolution. Only this time, instead of using a young Jesus freak evangelist named Lonnie Frisbee, God chose Sean Feucht as his vessel to help spark revival. Feucht has introduced hundreds of thousands to Christ since then. And just like it did during the Jesus Revolution, revival spread from San Francisco to Southern California. The second weekend in July, more than 4,000 people received baptism at Pirates Cove in Newport Beach. Greg Laurie, who received Christ at the same place 50 years ago, led that effort. God is moving America. And yes, he's using people like Greg Laurie, Sean Feucht, and his team to help lead the way. But he's also using people like you and me to share his good news, to remind people there is hope amid all the darkness we see in America today. And all we have to do to overcome hopelessness is embrace him and walk in the light. Well, that's it today from the Global Lane. Be sure to follow us on the CBN News and NRB channels, YouTube, SoundCloud, iTunes, and Twitter. And until next time, be blessed.